Hello, I'm EnterElysium, and welcome back, of course, to Aurora 4X, where we are currently playing our lovely Dwarf Fortress in Space game. So I've advanced time a little bit. We're now in January 2050, which means the result of the election is in, and the Elysian Astral Coalition, which is the successor party, the coalized party to the Elysian Astral Front, wins yet again, which means that Calvera stays as our Imperial First Minister. But more importantly, it means that we get to do a few changes with our race. So we're going to increase xenophobia, I think another 5, I think, go that up to 8. Diplomacy, I think at this point diplomacy would take a hit because we started to underfund our diplomacy arm. We don't really care about them so much. Same thing for translation. Probably don't care about that quite as much, so we're going to get that down by 5. And we're going to up our militancy, of course, because that's the main thing. Probably expansionism as well. And our trading also probably takes a hit, let's be fair. Let's be fair and decrease some things as well. So there we go. Save that. And we're going to continue with our forceful expansion. Now, I haven't had a chance to actually ask Calvera, because Calvera isn't actually in the Twitch chat right now, what their direction would be. So I'm going to assume for now that their direction is to maintain a strong military. Now we've started to build it and almost got to the end of building our force, and then to eventually have a look into some of the systems where we know the enemy has been, namely Liara, because it's right next door, so we'll have a look into Liara. Secondly, we've just finished our expansion of our civilian economy. We're still making money, but we're still very much in the negative, which is a shame. We'll have to queue up some more research, so I'm quite tempted by doing, shipbuilding rate 1,000. So I'm going to take half a year. Mining production 1,000 as well. Yeah, we'll dedicate all of our research labs to that. In fact, hell, it's going to take like 3 months. You're just so good, Nathan. So good. So good. Okay. And with that, I think we're okay to continue on. Now, a big part here is to make sure that if they do come through Liara, we're okay to intercept, but I don't think they will. I don't think Liara is their homeworld. In fact, if their homeworld is anything, it's probably Nanon, but even then we can't be sure. What we encountered was strong, but it didn't seem to be a homeworld type presence. We've completed the Finch anti-missile missile, which is great. Racial wealth still negative. The Hawking, the Heisenberg, and the Schrödinger are still doing other stuff. That's fine. How's that wealth doing? Oh, that's nice. That is a nice positive. It's coming back. It's coming home. It's coming home, lads. It's coming home. So yeah, we're improving there. Those of you wondering also in the Twitch chat, what does researching construction production actually entail? I tend to think that researching something like shipbuilding techniques is basically researching basic metallurgy, industrial production line, things like that, maybe better robotics to be able to more quickly produce things. Stuff like that, general production techniques, as opposed to anything in particular. It's general production techniques involved around it. The same thing would be true for most other things as well. Like economy, we could be looking into better ways of maintaining the economy, looking after money, transfer methods, better systems. I'm not an economist, so I don't know exactly how that would entail, but there are ways and means to try and increase our economy. Mechanical problem, that sucks. Everything else is fine. Yeah, so continue on. Researching spreadsheets. So, maybe they're playing Aurora. You never know. Researching research could be something like, building another Large Hadron Collider. These very expensive projects that allow them to figure out new stuff and bigger methods of cracking particles and doing quantum research and whatever it is, Alright, we've got a new jump point found. Racial wealth is coming back. Slow. That's looking a lot better. And hopefully... I'm still worried that at some point an Armada is just going to come into our system from Liara, because we know they're not happy with us. Maintenance failure, everything else is fine, yeah. Well, I guess since everything is going, somewhat to plan right now, We could cut away. I'm just going to wait until the next research project. Let's see what we get from that. Because after we get the shipbuilding increase rate, we might want to go mining, but I don't think we're really gated by how much we can mine right now. Bill Herbert has joined your scientific establishment, and apparently there's no stats or anything. That's great. We've completed our shipbuilding research rate. Civil administration. Okay. So we'll open up our... Whoops, wrong one. Research. Interesting to see where money's coming from. But we should be positive relatively soon. Expenditure, installation construction, shipbuilding, research. Mostly installation. Yeah, we are going pretty hard on the construction. Right. Do we want to do another construction production? Because we could do the mining one. I'm probably going to say that's not necessary. Or we could continue to research better missiles. And 8,000 research for missile agility increases is pretty nice. Yeah. I'm actually going to say that's probably our way to go. So we'll get some increases in missile agility. We will also probably want to get ourselves power propulsion. We still only have a 10% person on power propulsion. It frustrates the hell out of me. I keep waiting for that to be improved, but still not getting there. I just want a new power propulsion person. I guess we should start training you up. Let's put you in charge of something. Yeah. We'll put you in charge of the tokamak fusion reactor. Get ourselves the next level of drive after that. It's going to take ages. And I think what we'll see is our money fluctuate a little bit, but hopefully continue to be positive. We're definitely not going to be able to just be like, oh, okay, right, now we can stop building financial centers. We're going to have to make sure that increases. Yeah, still negative. Hell, we need more jump ships, our jump tenders. Definitely need a lot more of those, sadly. Alright, colony ships have completed orders. Completed the construction of the Eagle 3s. I've completed the construction of our financial centers. Construction labs have begun. Construction of naval and commercial shipyards have begun. Okay. Well. Firstly, let's look at how many people we have. Oh, from Kavalan. 2.3 mil. Still not enough. I think we'll keep sending people over with the colony ships, yeah. Federal work is only 25 mil now, so making a dent in them. So, Sol colony ships. Hi. Oh, you aren't modded. Yeah, we should mod the Durban, the Port Elizabeth, and the Bloemfontein. Yes, those need to be modded. I didn't mod them. Whoops. Which ones of you can do that? Can any of you do that? Crap. This might have been a mistake. It just means it'll take longer to unload the people at each end. Yeah, that won't. But whoops, that happens sometimes. Right. Colony ships. Go to Earth. I want you to do low colonists. Then jump through to Kavalan. Go to Kavalan. A1. Unload colonists. Come back to Sol. Go to Earth. Refuel. Resupply. And I want you to repeat that like another 19 times. Not that many times, but 19 times. Thank you. Then, let's look at what we're producing. So we've got 10% unused. We're going to make that more financial centers. Right. How's our mining looking? Yeah, we're still using more corundum than we have. We are shipping it over, though. And how is our production looking? Oh, we actually did build a Madrid. Okay, we've got 4 accessible slipways, in which case we should build some more Madrid class. So we need more things like we need Granada. Is it Granada like that? Spanish cities. Yes, it is. And then Seville. Malaga. I think we get one more, right? Bilbao. Right. How's our money doing as well? Oh, we're positive! Yes! Whew! Finally. Okay, how many more jobs do our our freighters have to do? Oh, yeah, you're doing loads. What are you doing? You are... Load automated mine at Earth. Dump automated mine at... Right, okay. And what about you? Infrastructure. And you're nearly done. Okay, good. How long will it take you to do the rest of your orders? 200 days. Well, whatever. How much infrastructure do we have on Cavallan A1? Enough for 8.19 million. Okay. Let's have a quick check on our freighters. Shipping line info. By the way, I absolutely love the fact that I looked through the comment section for one of our recent videos where I was discussing the fact that we had no freighters. It was great, you know, everyone was just producing colony ships, and there were loads of people telling me, oh no, it's obvious, EE, they're just colony ship lines, they don't produce freighters, they only produce colony ships. It was great reading that, because, you know, that is not the case. As you can see, that was, apparently clicking on it makes it disappear. That's a freighter, and no, you don't get exclusive lines, they produce both. So, that was fun. That was fun to read. So one of the reasons that I know people in my chat who are really good at the game, and I take advice and pointers from them, I try and ignore the rest because, sadly. Right. So I would like to subsidize you so you can produce more freighters, but we can probably make it work. If we have a quick look around at some of our places that have stuff. Yeah. You need a mass driver. Are you asking for a mass driver? No. Mass driver. I would like to demand a mass driver. Meanwhile, on Earth, how much more infrastructure do we have? 4,000. Yeah, so let's go to demand, supply, infrastructure. We'll supply like 3,500. And we'll make you a source of colonists so that they can start shipping colonists off of Earth again. They'll probably end up shipping them all to Mars, which will be frustrating. But you do what you do. And they'll also ship the infrastructure there as well, which is going to be even worse. Cavallan A1. Demand. Infrastructure. And I think we're good. Yeah. Gonna double check we're not stockpiling resources. Oh, we have stockpiled resources. Yeah, you aren't shooting with a mass driver. Yeah, please shoot those to Earth. That would help. You are already shooting them to Earth. Venus, you're going to Earth. You're going to Earth. 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 You have a stockpile. You're not shooting to Earth. Okay, you really should shoot that to Earth. Thank you. Mercury. Okay, you're good as well. Alright. Yes, I think that's all good. Accelerate time. We'll see what happens in the next click. Let's see. We didn't go that far. We went 30 days. We've got a Madrid class Barcelona produce, which means we can produce another one, which is going to be the San Sebastian? Yeah, San Sebastian. Oh no! Corboda! Yeah, let's do Corboda. Wrong one. That one's what I want. We'll produce ourselves the Corboda. Corboda. And with 9 of them, that means that they can jump another 27 with them. Which is a quite reasonable sized task force, so that's good. Okay, we'll go another click, see what happens. Twitch chat is reminding me to make sure if I mass drive or anything, I have to thaw the chicken first. Otherwise it would be bad, which is true. Oh, it's Cordoba. Yep, I did spell that wrong. Might have spelled that wrong. People getting fired. Yeah, not much. But let's pop over to you. Yes, I renamed ship, spelled that wrong. Cordoba 009. Twitch chat is pretty damn useful sometimes. Anyway, we're going to cut and we'll come back when we probably have a... Probably at this rate, probably going to be a chance to pop in and have a look at the Ara, but there might be some research before that. So, 2 of our ships have run out of fuel, but they were literally just built. The reason being is we are out of fuel. Uh-oh. This is because we're putting out military ships, and I did mention a while back, military ships use a lot of fuel, so we're going to start our production of fuel again. And you know what? I might actually go and get the fuel tankers to come back and drop their fuel reserves off. So, if we select the Sol... Fuel Fleet Sol, I need to rename that, because it's going to be Sol Fuel Fleet, because Sol comes first. They're at 74% fuel, which is a pretty good haul. If you can come back to Earth and unload 9% fuel to colony. Actually, you have to cancel your current order. And then do that. It'll take you 9 days to come back, so they should be better off. We've researched missile agility, which is good. And what do I want to research next? Ah, you're 20% bonus now. Excellent. Yeah, let's actually put some stuff into you. Get you up to 25% on that. Your percentage is going up. And again, we've got a big construction production and a big defensive bonus. I think, let's look at defensive. How much would it be? 40,000 of compressed carbon armor. It's expensive, but it's so tempting. It's really good. It is really good. I think we might go for it. We're doing another big project. We can do 2 big projects at the same time. Won't update any of our ships. We've just produced them, so we can wait a little while before having our next tier of major tech. Yeah, that seems good to me. Right. Which also brings us to the point of addition of oxygen to the atmosphere if Cavalent A1 has been completed. So, if we go to Cavalent A1, we will see oxygen is literally just a smidge over 0.1, which is what we need. The temperature is 107, so we need to bring that down. We are going to add a anti-greenhouse gas. This is going to reduce the temperature by, reflecting sunlight back into the sky and out into space or whatever it does. But we're going to produce an anti-greenhouse gas, and we're going to make it 0.2 of the atmosphere to begin with, and we'll see how much temperature that brings down. We'll probably end up needing something like 0.35, 0.4 is my guess, but for now, this should help. So we'll do that. And I think that's a good start. We should also see 8.68 million population supported. Good. Good. And your growth rate is 10% on the surface. Available workers. So we do have workers available. And there are no mass drivers here. We will need a mass driver on this planet to catch stuff. If otherwise it gets shot at us, we won't actually have a way to catch it. So we're going to demand a mass driver. And then we're going to go to Earth, and I think we will... Do we have spare mass drivers here? We have 10, yeah. Mass driver. Supply 2 mass drivers. And our racial wealth is pretty good. We're actually gaining 2,000 now per turn, pretty reliably. Okay, that's a lot of extra stuff done. The fuel situation is going to be easy enough to solve. And I believe... How many more ships do we have to build? Yeah, we're getting close to actually having our ships all done. It's just 3 more destroyer leaders. We're getting there. And the only tempting part for me is to maybe build a few more cruisers. But I think we'll hold off. I think I'm happy with what we've got. Once they're done, though, there's nothing stopping us from having a bit of a foray into a foreign system. With the addition of our increased... what's it called? Agility of our missiles. We could produce a new line of missiles, but it would involve building more missiles, and right now we have a bit of a stockpile. I don't really want to have to incur the excess cost and use of resources, so I think we're fine for now. Oh, you are done with all your orders. Hello. You're in the Davit system. Okay. Is the Davit system a new system? It might be. Yes, it is. Right. So we have a couple of new systems. Breakfast at Gimli's. We will line that up there. And the Davit system. Safe positions. Right. If you're done in the Davit system, I don't see a reason that we shouldn't let you explore one of these unexplored jump points. Other than the fact that we might find him evil Gribblies that will murder us, you know. But apart from that. Do we have fuel now on the planet? Yeah, we do. Yeah, that's a good amount of fuel. Yeah, we'll get our fleet to refuel then. So, yeah, you can see we've got 2 down here at 0%. We will equalize fuel so they have some fuel. And then Earth, refuel. Resupply. And you know what? We'll even unload ordnance, reload ordnance, because that means that they will get rid of their out-of-date missiles and replace them with up-to-date missiles. Ooh, we're actually seeing that some of them aren't full of missiles, though. Interesting. We'll have to check that in a second. We'll give them 30 days to unload and reload. Okay, found a lovely new system. Currently called Glees, but we're going to rename that. Gonna line that up. And then remove that. Let's look at this system. It is a single star. Nothing super important that stands out. It does have a Super Jovian, pretty close in, actually. We're going to rename to Yabu. It's the Yabu system. And then we're going to pop Salt. Did you complete your orders? No, they still haven't reloaded their ordnance. Okay. I want to see them reload their ordnance so we can check if we have a lot spare. Because that's going to be the intriguing part. Okay, we built the I Really Miss You. Expanded a civilian mine. Okay, are you still doing that reload, though? You are. What's stopping you? Because you're currently saying refueling, and the ETA is 0. No orders. Earth. Refuel. Resupply. I'm not sure. What is your malfunction? It might be the shipbuilding order, because because the shipbuilding order is attached to the task group. But normally the task group should be able to move. It just might cause problems if they actually moved away. So I'm not exactly sure what they're waiting for. Either way, it's not a big thing. But I was hoping to see if they needed more missiles. So instead, without them reloading, we'll have a look at our missiles and see what we've got. We are actually out of our anti-ship missiles. We've got like 300 left. But that's not really enough, especially considering we had 3 different tiers of them. We're going to need many more. Huh. Well, I guess we will be designing a new missile. It's going to be a very simple missile. I don't know why I closed that. I do not know. It's because I'm silly. Yeah, so we're in fact going to select our Eagle Mark III. And we should see a much higher maneuverability rating. Than it was previously. Do we know what it was previously? Is there a way to find out? Tech. Oh, not engine. Whoops. Missiles. Maneuver rating. 10. Aha! Yeah, it's up to 11. Oh, that's an increase of 1. I guess every little helps. We will save it. And the reason for that is because we now have a missile agility of 64 rather than the 48 from the previous one. Or was it 32 with the previous one? Either way, that's increased. So we're going to name you, and we will select Eagle. Again, there's no real change to the actual physical structure of the missile, so we're going to continue to call you the ASM-6, Eagle, and this is going to be 4. Create. Yes, I'd like to set series. Failed to set series manually. And I think we'll do the same with the Finch. Yeah, because it's now more maneuverable, so that should help. Yeah, we're actually seeing that's gone up by 10% there. So we'll call you the size. No, we won't call you that. We'll call you the AMM. This is just going to be the Finch 2, because again, we haven't actually made any changes. It's just an update to the agility of the missiles. So create. Yes, I would like to. Fail to. Set series. And then industry. I'd like to produce missiles. We're going to need a lot more. I should probably obsolete some of these. Yeah, in fact, let's obsolete them now. Oh, I should research those before we go in there. The Finch, research. The Eagle, research. So, if you don't want your missiles showing up in the build screen, you can obsolete them relatively easily by popping over to missiles in the tech view, selecting the old Eagle, hitting obsolete, Eagle 2, obsolete, Sparrow, obsolete, Eagle 3, obsolete, Finch, obsolete. And then you can click Show Obsolete Tech if you want to, which I will do because it says over here anyway, obsolete, yes. So we can check that. And that's a good way to hide them so that now when we go back to the Industry tab, missiles, we only have the 2. So, you know, less likely to make mistakes, because I make quite a few of those. We're going to make you with probably about 80%, make 2,000 for now. And then the Finch, we will make 2,000, but with 20%. Yeah, that seems a good bet. Judging by the fact that it's going to take a long time, it's going to take 10 years. We probably actually want to start producing a lot more ordnance factories. In fact, how many ordnance factories do we have? 100. Yeah, that's going to need to increase. We need like 300 to really run a missile-armed warship. So, industries, how are you doing? How are you doing? Right, when you're done, hand over installations, ordnance factory, produce another 250, and use the 40% that should be done for that. So when the commercial and the naval shipyard complexes have been built, we'll produce 40% ordnance factories, which should increase pretty quick. Yeah. Either way, I'm going to skip ahead, and hopefully we'll have our entire force done soon. Okay, we have ourselves a new contact in the Yabu system. I don't know what it is. Yabu aliens, hashtag 214. New ship, the Nitsion class. Okay, can I blast you with my active sensors, please? Active on. And I'm also going to remove your orders and we're going to run for Davit. Don't know if we'll make the jump point, but we'll try. This is an entirely new alien race. And I do worry about what they are. They're very close in. So we're going to go forwards in time 5 minutes. The Heisenberg might be dead here. In fact, probably is dead here. They are over 10 kilometers per second. Oh! Yep, the energy weaponed us. Okay. Right. Target cross-section of 15. Estimated tonnage is 750 tons. Okay, so they're facts. In fact, they're pretty small facts. They're between a fac and a large fighter. We're hit by damage. Didn't hit our armor, so it's a meson weapon, so it's passing directly through armor. I think I know what these are. And everything is getting damaged, and there's no chance they're going to get out there alive. That's just it for you. We've lost contact with them. That's because the sensor's down. And they're shooting again. Again, we're talking facts. We've encountered a few facts now. They're fast, they're small, they're difficult to hit. And it's very frustrating. They're actually going to be a problem for us. Still shooting us, and still we're holding on. But not for long. Doing our best. Our engine's still intact. It's just going to take us, a few days to get to the jump point. Oh, we're fine. I'm glad the system's a few away from our core. Still trying. I'm impressed that we're holding out so long. Now, of course, they're only doing 1 damage of each hit, but they're hitting us regularly and repetitively. It's going to take us an hour and 20, a day and 20 hours to get out of here, which is just not going to help. But it'd be nice to know where their leadership is, because I'm pretty sure I know exactly what this is. I should probably just eject. There's no way we're surviving this. We are so dead. Impressive, though. Damage control. Ah. Our jump drive's gone. We'll begin damage control on the jump drive. We've got to try. We've got to try, right? We don't leave a ship behind. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jumps from Sol, so it's not the worst. We're unable to continue with damage control due to insufficient maintenance supplies. Well, there we go. All hands abandon ship. You can't jump out the system. You're getting shot at. Your only chance is to abandon ship. RIP. The SV Heisenberg. 83 survivors with Rear Admiral Jason Mystery. Who is going to die? There's no one to save you, so. In fact, there's no one within 13 days of you, so even if we tried to get there, we couldn't. Let alone the fact that is a swarm system. So, that is one of the 2 enemies that we set on at the beginning of the game, the precursors and the swarm. Normally you encounter a lot of precursors, I'm somewhat surprised we haven't. But, the swarm are biological ships. There's a queen, and then there's a whole load of little swarm facts there. Small facts that move really fast and use meson. and they are deployed from the Queen, which is effectively a giant carrier for them. And they will go, and they will eat your ships, they will eat the wreck, and they will produce more Queens. So they're strong. Either way, we have our military. We can keep working. The sacrifice will not be in vain, they'll be remembered, etc., etc. Somebody's completely correct in our Twitch chat. So, how's our fleet coming along? It's going to be October 51 before we can really jump anywhere, but it's going to be February 51, which is actually a couple of months away before we've actually got the military fleet together, barring the extra jump tenders. Well, there are more hostiles around. Nonetheless, we do have to name these hostiles, and we do have to give them a theme. But considering I know what they are, I think we might just go with what I think they should be called, which is the Swarm. And Rear Admiral Jason Misty died in life pod. It happens. Oh well, it's terrible. What a loss. Shame, etc. Okay. Political relations. Yabu aliens. Oh god, hello, look at that. Weird. We're going to sign a diplomatic... No, we can't. Okay, whatever. We're going to theme Israel. No, we'll just give you... Actually, yeah, whatever. We'll use Israel. I'll rename them anyway. I'm going to rename this race to the Swarm. Actually, just Swarm would be the name, I guess. Abbreviation. Swarm. 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 Okay. And we should probably try and contact them anyway, even though I know that you can't. We're going to try. So we're going to go to teams. We're going to get ourselves a diplomatic team. Unassigned only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Create a team. 140 is a reasonable rating. And then will this be refreshed? No, I have to open this again. So if we go over to political relations again, Swarm, assign, initiate communication. And we also want to then pop to tactical intelligence, and then we're going to rename you to Swarmer. Swarm drone. Yeah. And then we'll add a note for ourselves of Meson. 1 Meson cannon, damage 1, rate of fire 1, range modifier 12, reserve range 50,000 kilometers. Yeah, so that is a very basic Meson fac. And the problem with it is it's fast. And it says here it speeds 1791 kilometers per second. Pretty sure we saw you going like many times that. Yeah, observed speed. There we go. I guess that's the last speed we saw them. Yeah, their observed speed is a lot higher. So close that down. And continue on. Tick, 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 tick. Ooh, that's a nice mineral packet. 417 tons. Respectable. Oh, yep. Building ourselves some lovely more ships there. That's another couple of destroyers. And yeah, contact team is advising you that communication might prove impossible. No progress. Yeah, as we expect, because you can't contact the Swarm. The Swarm are just eat ships. Nom nom nom. Nothing else. They are, you know, kind of like dumb Tyranids. Not gonna really reply. So we're gonna skip forward, and I'll catch you in a sec. Okay, so I have researched the cryo drop module that we actually haven't researched for a little while. Probably should have. Instead of doing the armor that we were doing, and I took a quick poll from Twitch chat to decide about our current state of affairs. Should we attack the Swarm, or should we attack Liara with the Aurora in it? So, The vote came out as 2/3 in favor of attacking Liara and attacking the aliens next door, the Auroran, rather than going for the Swarm. The Swarm are a lot further away, so instead we'll be attacking Liara. Now for that, we want to get ourselves, just in case, some better ground forces. I'm having a quick look through here. We should see Mobile Infantry Battalion. Yes, we want those. Whoa, did my person die? Nathan Chandler? Is Nathan Chandler dead? Oh, no, you're here. Oh, I gave Nathan Chandler the job because it's 65. Whoops. Your 10% bonus is only going to be 40, but you will improve. Yeah, I guess you can do that, and you'll learn. Okay, it's a pretty easy job as well. It's only 2,500 points to get a Mobile Infantry Battalion. After that, we'll try and get ourselves up to Garrison. Not Garrison, sorry. Heavy. Heavy battalions are going to be like armor. They're like mech suits and stuff. And that's the one that we really want to invade with. So, yeah, if you do that, we're going to now design ourselves real fast a military ship for the sole purpose of dropping people on opposed planets. Now, the way we're going to do this is, if you have a quick look over here, we have ourselves a couple of new shipyards, as you can see. We're just going to tell them to continue capacity expansion until there's some use to us, because right now, they're not much use to us. The same thing we'll do down here with our new shipyards for civilian. And we will need to rename them. And these are named after mountains, right, for the military ones. So we've got the Eiger, the Matterhorn, the Everest, and now we've got the Kilimanjaro, and now we've got 2 more that we need to name. So we need 2 good mountain names. So I'm going to rename shipyard. And we need 2 good mountains. So look quickly at Twitch chat and be like, Twitch chat, have you got names for 2 pretty cool mountains? Rockies is a mountain formation. It's not a single mountain. I like Snowdon. Snowdon Naval Dockyard. And then rename shipyard. Is it Shine Mountain? Yes, it is Cheyenne Mountain, where NORAD is based. Yeah, we'll use Cheyenne Mountain. I don't mind doing that. Cheyenne Naval Dockyard. There we go. That's our 2 new dockyards. And then we need 2, what is this? Lakes. So we've got Victoria, Windermere, Ness, Michigan, and we need 2 more. 2 more lakes. So what will people in Twitch chat suggest for our new lakes? Superior... I don't know Erie. What's Erie? Erie Lake. It's the 4th largest lake by size in North America. Okay. Well, actually, what's the list of Great Lakes North America? What's the biggest Great Lake? Superior. We've got Michigan already. Huron, Ontario, and Erie. Okay. Well, we could do Superior. This could be the Superior Shipyard. Sounds like a marketing ploy. And then the next one, I actually really like Huron. I want to use that. Yeah, Huron. Rename shipyard. It's going to be Huron Shipyard. There we go. Now, it's going to take a while for them to become a useful size. So instead, what we can do is, because we're not really producing many more Elizabeth class, we could produce our our drop ships here at the Eiger Naval Dockyard. They're going to be very big, though, but probably enough to drop an entire army, maybe with one of them. So we will probably want to produce a few more Elizabeths before we retool, because if we retool, it's going to be a pretty big job. Unless they are able to be... I don't think they'll be able to do anything else, so yeah. So we want a list... what's a list of best English monarchs? Let's see what we've got. Got Elizabeth II already. Find it in the list here. Right, Elizabeth I, Prince of Wales, Victoria, William, Hastings. Oh, that's not Hastings, sorry, it's just these 4. Okay. I think we should have Elizabeth II. I'm pretty sure this was meant to be Elizabeth II, wasn't it? Oh, did I rename it? What's I thought this was meant to be Elizabeth II. Oh well, mistake. Richard I, yes! Bit of an arse, but that'll do, that's a good idea. So, we'll produce ourselves a Richard I. You might even say that Richard was a bit of a dick. There's a joke there. It's probably missed it. And then, who else? Did we even Edward I? No, we didn't. Let's get an Edward I. Do we have a Henry V? I don't think we do. Yeah, we'll get a Henry V. And then, last but not least, I'm feeling we go Elizabeth II. There we go. And as they're being produced, we can then retool for our new ship. How long will it take to be produced? A year and a half. Okay. So, making ourselves a new ship. We're going to go new. This is going to be a dropship of some kind. Dropship carrier. No, it's more a drop pod carrier. What would it be? A troop? What would be the name for it? Assault carrier? Assault transport? Assault transport, probably. It's going to be big for an assault transport. A troop transport is something that I think deploys troops normally as opposed to drop pods. Drop pods seem much more assault to me, so I'm going to call it an assault transport. If you're deploying troops normally out of a bay, I'd call it a troop transport. So this is going to be assault transport. And actually, if we're going to... Let's delete this. Let's delete this. What we will do is, because we're basing it on an existing class, we might as well use the existing class, right? So copy the design of the Elizabeth, rename, and oh god, we've got to think of a theme. Let's bring up our naming convention list. This is a fleet auxiliary, so it's named after authors. I think this is the fleet auxiliary. Assault transport. It's not a carrier command, it's not a battleship, it's not an escort. I think it counts as an auxiliary, because it's not a mainline fighting vessel. So it's named after authors. Now the question is, what do we name assault cruisers, assault carriers, assault transports after? What sort of author? We could go for fantasy authors. We could go for science fiction authors. We could go for, you know, thriller authors. We could go for modern day espionage authors. Horror authors. Oh, you know what we could do? We could go for Black Library authors. I think we will. I think this is going to be the Dan Abnett class. I think it's double T at the end. I'm just going to check. It is. It is double T. Okay, this is the Dan Abnett class, so you are a assault transport. And now we know exactly what we're aiming for. We're aiming for a 15,000 ton. Really? 15,000 ton? Damn. We've increased the slipway capacity quite a lot since then. Really? 15,000 ton? Are you sure? Yeah? We could make him large and give him a jump drive as well. Hell, go all the way. Right. We can get rid of the sensors. They don't need them. We can get rid of the magazine. Yeah, so let's actually unload the magazine first. We'll also get rid of our missile launchers, our magazine, missile fire control. We can get rid of the search sensors, we don't need those. And then we're going to scroll down and we're going to find ourselves Cryo Battalion drop pods. Now, here's the thing. An army is typically 21. I believe 21. 21 battalions, because you have command battalion, you have... Right, so... Oh. Each 4 battalions can have a division battalion. Something like that. And then each 4 division battalions can have a regiment battalion, or something like that. So, 4 4s plus... 1 in each 4, so that's 5. So 4 5s is 20, then plus a division is 21. So yes, 21 is an army. So we either need 7 3s or 3 7s. Or 1 21, if we wanted to have like a huge drop craft that literally is just one army. Sorry, division's bigger than regiment, obviously, so it should be 4 regiments equals 1 division. So you have 1 division with 4 regiments below them, so that's 5. And each regiment has 4 people in the regiment, so 4 times 4 is 16, so 21. Yes, you have 21. Now, you can either have them 7 ships, each which has 3 battalions on board, or 3 ships, each has 7 battalions on board. Or, go all the way, 1 ship with 21 battalions. And it would be huge. It would also mean that it would be 21 of these, which means 21,000 tons. I don't think we can do that, because that leaves only another like 10,000 tons before we max out the slipway, and it's our biggest military ship yet. It's a bit unnecessary. I think what we'll do is we'll go 7. So... Boop, boop. Okay. 15,000 tons. 7 combat drop modules. Maybe up the armor a little bit. How big is the... Did I mark it obsolete? I did. The Madrid class. 15,000. It has to be 15,000 or smaller, otherwise it can't jump. Okay. It doesn't have any Sea-Wiz or anything. I'd love to give it some Sea-Wiz. I think that's kind of necessary. Okay, let's do what we can to reduce this. Make you 12. Got a bit of fuel storage. It doesn't matter if it's a little bit less fuel storage because it can run with a tender most of the time. Maybe reduce the armor a touch. That's 15,000 tons exactly. It's not ideal because I really want to put some Sea-Wiz on it to protect it from incoming missiles, especially if it's going to go over an enemy planet. It probably will want some Sea-Wiz, but the Sea-Wiz is heavy. The alternative is we give it its own jump drive and it doesn't need to be jumped by anyone else. Hell, if that's the case, it could jump people with it. It could actually become a jump tender in its own right. It would be a big and expensive ship, and to be honest, the only problem with that is it will delay any attack. But it won't delay any attack because we're still having to wait to produce our ground units. In fact, we actually need to massively ramp up our production of ground units, to the extent that I'm probably going to build more ground unit training schools, so... In fairness to this, I think what we will do... Oh, before I forget, we're going to need a cargo handling system to be able to load the brigades on board. I think what we'll do is make it big. Give it its own jump drive. We could aim for 30,000 tons. Yeah. So I'm going to come back in a second. Now we've got this set up. We've decided, that's our capacity. So we need 3 of them to take an army anywhere. We just need to get the engines and the jump drive correct. So I'll do that. Back in a second. Okay, so we may have inflated this slightly. What we have here is a 25,200 ton assault transport that moves at 5,476 kilometers per second, which is pretty fast. It has 1 seaward system, a jump drive, which also jumps 3 other people with it, 7 cryo drop modules, so you only need 3 of these in a fleet to take an entire army, and 3 pretty powerful engines, which actually eat a lot of fuel. Yeah, it's not ideal. It uses a lot of fuel. Each one of these actually carries 1 million fuel, and we'll get through it in 16.8 billion kilometers, so 35 days. It's iffy. However, 3 of these will do the job, and it does manage to sport 8 layers of armor. I'd have preferred more, but it's a compromise. I could have made it bigger. I just decided to stick with 25,000 tons for now. So we're gonna close it up, and I believe we will try and get you to retool. So retool, select the class, the AT Dan Abnet, and that will take you until November of this year. Really? Really, you sure? That's awfully quick. That's going to take you, like, less than 3 months. Are you sure about that? Huh. Yeah, okay. I thought you'd take longer. Huh. Okay. Yeah. So, we'll start doing that. And I think we're good. I think we'll also call it for this episode. So, we found a new system. I don't think we need to mention that. Nothing particularly interesting about it. With that, all in all, we are almost ready. The Madrids are moments away. Less than 2 months away from being ready. We're almost ready to have a look in the Liara system. Next episode, provided we've got the ammo, we're going to go look in the Liara system and see what there is. And have ourselves a fight. For now, I've been EnterElysium. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, do all that jazz. Look out for me recording these on Twitch, where you can actually catch me live streaming the recording of them. And also feel free to get involved in the meta game in the Discord if you're a Patreon or a Twitch sub. But until next time, I've been EnterElysium. Stay shiny.